Long before dragons ruled the skies or kings fought for the Iron Throne, there was a man who had nothing. He was not born into a royal family. He had no famous name, no land, and no treasure. All he owned was a sword, worn-out armor, and a quiet dream to live with honor. By his side walked a young boy with a shaved head and simple clothes. The boy kept his past hidden and asked very few questions. Together, this unlikely pair would leave a mark on Westeros, even though neither of them knew it at the time. This is the story of Dunk and Egg, and it may be the most human tale ever told in the Game of Thrones universe. What is a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms? A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is a new live-action series set in the same world as Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, but it tells a very different kind of story. This time, the focus is not on kings, queens, or giant battles. Instead, it follows two ordinary travelers moving from place to place, trying to survive. The show is based on short stories written by George R.R. Martin himself. These stories came even before the main novels, which makes them deeply connected to the heart of Westeros. George Martin is also involved in the show, ensuring the story stays true to its roots. This series strips away the big power struggles and shows us life at ground level. It's about people who don't want to rule the world. They just want to get through the day with their values intact. When does the story happen? The events take place many years before Game of Thrones and sometime after House of the Dragon. The Great Dragon War has already ended. Most dragons are gone, and the royal family is still in charge, but their strength is fading. On the surface, the land feels calm. People believe the worst is over. But in Westeros, calm never lasts long. This is a quiet period between storms. The famous heroes and villains of Game of Thrones have not been born yet. Their ancestors are still alive, shaping the world in smaller ways. What happens here may seem simple, but it slowly pushes Westeros toward the future we already know. Who is Dunk? Dunk, whose full name is Sir Duncan the Tall, grew up with nothing. He was an orphan taken in by a wandering knight who taught him how to fight and, more importantly, how to behave with honor. When that knight died, Dunk was left alone to find his own path. Dunk is not clever with words, and he does not understand how powerful people think. He doesn't plan far ahead or play mind games. He speaks plainly and acts on instinct. When he sees something unfair, he steps in even when it puts him in danger. That simple honesty makes Dunk special. He is not perfect, but he tries to do the right thing, even when it costs him. In a world full of lies and ambition, that makes him stand out. Who is Egg? Egg joins Dunk as his helper, carrying his gear and learning the life of a knight. At first, Egg looks like an ordinary child, quiet, sharp-eyed, and curious. But it soon becomes clear that there is more to him than he lets on. Egg notices things Dunk misses. He listens, remembers, and thinks carefully before speaking. His past is a secret, and his future will matter more than anyone expects. The show slowly reveals who Egg really is, and why his journey matters. Their relationship. The heart of this story is the bond between Dunk and Egg. They are not master and servant in the usual sense. They argue, learn from each other, and grow together on the road. Dunk offers strength and protection. Egg offers guidance and insight. They fill in each other's gaps. Alone, they might fail. Together, they move forward. Their relationship feels warm and real, built on trust rather than power. Life as a traveling knight. Dunk is what people in Westeros call a wandering knight. He has no castle and no lord to protect him. He earns his meals by fighting in contests, guarding travelers, or taking small jobs where he can find them. Many people look down on him because he has no title or influence. Every step of his journey is a struggle. Rich nobles dismiss him. Powerful men test him. But Dunk refuses to lower his head. He believes respect should be earned through actions, not family names. That belief puts him in danger, but it also gives his life meaning. The people they meet. Along the way, Dunk and Egg cross paths with powerful figures. Some are fair and thoughtful, trying to keep peace in a fragile land. Others are cruel, proud, and dangerous, hiding violence behind polite smiles. There are leaders who want order at any cost, and warriors driven by emotion and pride. Each encounter teaches Dunk and Egg something new. Every choice has consequences, and even small mistakes can turn deadly. How this story feels different. Unlike other stories in this world, this one stays close to the ground. There are no massive wars or burning cities. The fights are personal and brutal. The danger feels real because it is close. The tone is quieter and more hopeful, but never safe. Violence comes quickly, and justice is not guaranteed. The story asks simple questions. What is the right thing to do? And what price are you willing to pay for it? If you enjoy stories about travel, companionship, and slow growth, this series will feel refreshing. Why this story matters. This is not a tale about famous names or grand victories. It's about how small choices shape the future. Dunk begins as someone nobody notices. Egg starts as a boy hiding the truth. But together, their actions quietly change the path of Westeros. Subscribe to SuperHeroPro on YouTube as well. Thanks.